Hi guys, and welcome to Football Canapes. Another weekend of the Football Premier League or Premier League football begins. And yes, wow, what a great start! What a great start to the weekend with the two of my favorite teams playing today. And yeah, we'll see what the credentials are because both teams I can tell you now that there are a lot of players missing because of injuries. Obviously Rodri as well because of that ACL injury that he's picked up last week. So yeah, I mean unfortunate that Premier League game a league like Premier League has to, you know, I mean, it's better if there are better players available and players playing, but it isn't to be, and players aren't available. So that's something we are used to. I mean, like since last season, there have been a lot of there have been players missing, and yeah. So of course, we'll be talking about a lot of stuff, loads of stuff with the Premier League weekend beginning. Not only this match, although this match will take the bulk of our time, but we will be talking about other stuff as well. Arsenal playing tonight, yeah, tonight you could say tonight as well as Chelsea, Liverpool. So no lack of action, from the Premier League after a blistering week of Premier League. Sorry, after a blistering week of both Europa League as well as Carabao Cup action, where Arsenal and teams like Liverpool really wiped the floor with a lot of teams. 5-1 Arsenal beat Bolton Wanderers, if you missed, and Chelsea beat AFC Barrow by what was it? 5 goals to nil as well. So that was I mean good stuff, some good stuff from both teams. And yeah, so the team news for this game is in. I'll move to a different window and move to a different window to showcase you the team that is being picked by both managers, Pep Guardiola as well. There is one big but surprise in particular that I think is a bit of a surprise. And yeah, so here we go. This is the team news. This is the team news for the game for the game that is almost upon us. 40 minutes to go, but we will give you the team news, and then we'll talk about other stuff. We will talk about other stuff. I'm pretty sure the voice is loud and clear. Yeah, it is loud and clear, hopefully. And yeah, so Newcastle United, Pope in goal, number one choice goalkeeper, Trippier, Shar or Cher, Joe Linton in midfield, Tonali as well, making his first start in the Premier League for almost a year. Uh, Gordon, I mean, is he about to sign a new contract at Newcastle United? We'll see about that as well. Gordon Barnes, who's been Newcastle's most effective player, let's call him that, most informed player. Hall at left back. I mean, that is an area where Manchester City can really get at Newcastle United, because I'm not a big fan of. I mean, like he's only 20, and last season I wanted him, but based on what I've seen of him in this season, he's been giving the ball away quite a lot, and yeah. So Hall at left back, it needs a bit of weak stuff with Burn on the left hand side of central defense as well. Bruno Guimaraes, who's the captain, and strange to see no Tino Livramento. He's I thought he was the number one choice right back, this season. But I mean, it looks like Kieran Trippier might have regained his place with the two consecutive starts in the Premier League. So yeah, we'll see what happens. As for Manchester City, here's their team, and the big surprise that I was talking about. Ederson in goal, no surprise there. Kyle Walker, there was a lot of feeling that he might get dropped because he's played a few games consecutively. Then we have Manuel Akanji and Ruben Diaz in central defense, and then Josko Guardiola. Now here's the surprise. I don't think Manchester City are playing five at the back. I do think that Rico Lewis is playing in midfield. Rico Lewis is playing in midfield, and Rico Lewis is playing in midfield. Rico Lewis, I think, is playing in midfield, and then alongside him are Gundogan and Kovacic. So reasonably strong midfield. Uh, Bernardo Silva, Jack Grealish, and Erling Haaland, who's already got 10 goals in this Premier League season. So Erling Haaland, who's already got 10 goals this season. So it's still a really strong side, but not as strong as it might have been. Let's just look at the bench. Stefan Ortega, the goalkeeper. Carson, I mean Manchester City have named two goalkeepers on the bench, which is I mean strange. Tells you about the injuries they've had. Doku, Stones, Savinho, Nunez, Foden, and McAtee. So quite a big injury list for Manchester City as well. Quite a big sorry, quite a big injury list for Manchester City as well. So interesting to see how they get on. That is Manchester City, and yeah. So we'll 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 see how it goes for Manchester City. I mean, both teams are affected by injuries. Newcastle, I don't know if I told you or not, but no Alexander Isak, no Callum Wilson. I don't know if Osula is on the bench, and there are a couple of other injuries. The two of them are really long term, so no point talking about that. Two players suffering from ACL injuries in Botman and Jamal Lascelles, who are expected to be back in either December or January. So, I mean, it's a mess. It's a mess. Absolute mess. That Newcastle United and it seemingly looks like Manchester City are in right now, and yeah, well, we'll see how that affects both teams going into the game, but expect Manchester City to dominate possession as well, dominate possession as well, and for whatever it's worth, they will they will start favorites in this game, and yeah, we'll see how it materializes, how it materializes and how it materializes. We'll see how it goes with with the but we will be talking about loads of other stuff as well. I don't know why I keep saying load of other stuff, but yeah, we will be talking about that. And yeah, so uh last week, Premier League, Arsenal were involved in a bruising sort of an encounter with Manchester City and Arsenal. Of course, were two teams that were involved in a bruising encounter, and both teams came out with a draw, 2-2 draw. Both teams could argue that they could have won it. In the end, could have lost it as well. And but draw, was it a fair result? We don't know. We don't really know. And yeah, but both teams now move on. Have Both of them have got tough fixtures. The fixtures are piling up as well. Pep Guardiola needs to make sure that his squad is you know is up for it. They are seemingly going for five Premier League titles in a row, which has been made all the more difficult with injuries to both Kevin De Bruyne and Rodri, two of their best midfielders, better midfielders. Kevin De Bruyne, I mean, he's been over the last year or so, or since the start of the last season, he's been affected by injuries. He's been affected by injuries, and yeah, I mean, it's not easy being a player and constantly having to nurse injuries and keep making comebacks. I mean, he's no spring chicken anymore, and he'll be hoping to make a swift return. It Pep Guardiola said in his press conference that he doesn't expect it to be a long-term injury for Kevin De Bruyne, but he's missing this week against Newcastle United. Let's see if he plays next week in the Champions League or not, and in the Champions League or not. But we'll wait and see about that. We will wait and see about that, and yeah. So yeah. Uh, I mean, I should have touched upon it a lot earlier, but very disturbing news coming out of Newcastle is that the CEO is the CEO is going to step down. He's suffering from a chronic blood cancer. That's the term that is being used, and uh, and uh, and yeah, I mean it's. Well, I mean, I have been critical of Darren Eales, who's now stepping down because of his chronic blood cancer, and I mean, I really do hope that he recovers soon. And the but credit to the guy that he says that he will be involved in the period of transition until the new guy comes in, the new CEO. I mean, interesting to see who the new CEO is, or what kind of pedigree that CEO brings with him or her. And so yeah, we'll wait and see about that. We'll wait and see about that, and yeah, I mean that puts life into perspective really with some of the things that life throws at us. It causes, and you know it makes us reflect on things, and I mean, in the end, health is wealth, and health is wealth, and yeah, well, it's 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 tough. It could happen to anyone at any given time, and and yeah, I mean, not sure what to make of it, but my best wishes to Darren Eels, who 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 needs who needs who needs treatment, and who needs treatment, and who needs treatment, and who needs treatment, and hopefully, I mean, I'm sure he will he will and I'm pretty sure he'll come out all the more healthy at the end. In the end, he will beat this illness, and come out all guns blazing, and yeah. So that's I mean, anyways, let's just move on. I mean, Manchester City are currently top of the Premier League table. Currently top of the Premier League table. Newcastle had the chance to go on top of Premier League last season, but last week, but put in a stinking performance against Fulham, uh, where I mean, I am a Newcastle fan, just to let you know, and put in a stinking performance where we lost by what, 3 goals to 1. I mean, three terrible goals conceded, and a performance that was absolutely dreadful, and I mean, absolutely dreadful. That was one shitty performance. That was one dreadful performance. So hopefully we will see a good performance as far as Newcastle are concerned. Hopefully we will um, you know with the absence of a genuine central striker, we can utilize Gordon's space, Barnes Barnes' skill and trickery, his good form. I mean, Jacob Murphy, I'm not at all a fan of. I don't know what he does apart from doing meme worthy stuff. I mean, on the pitch, his uh, his uh, his uh, his I mean, good games you can count on one hand, and yeah, I mean, uh, so big opportunity and responsibility lies for the midfield to make sure that City don't really get comfortable. I mean, Kovacic, Gundogan, and Rico Lewis. It's like a midfield that Newcastle should fancy themselves against, but should fancy themselves against. And I mean, it's hardly Bernardo, Kevin De Bruyne, and what, Rodri, and so yeah, I mean, and this is perhaps Newcastle's best midfield. Best midfield as per me. I mean, I would have had Joe Linton up playing up on the left hand side, and Tonali, Bruno, and Willock, Joe Willock, Joe Willock in midfield, because it gives you everything: pace, power, defensive capabilities, precision. So, would have been nice. Would have been nice to have a midfield like that, but I mean, it is what it is. Eddie Howe is perhaps the best judge as to who should be playing and who shouldn't be, and yeah, I mean that ways it's okay, I guess. It's okay, and it's okay, and hopefully this team can get the job done. I mean, fingers crossed, as I said at the start, that in my opinion, at least, it's Manchester City Manchester City still start as favorites in this game, and yeah, so. So we'll see about that what happens and and yeah so enough about this game. We'll about 23 minutes remaining for the start of the game. We will come back on this game and talk about it, but just wanted to touch upon what lies in store of the premier in store this weekend for the Premier League and what we can expect, some of the big matches, some of the other matches that we can perhaps expect, and so here we have the matches that are supposed to take place this week. Uh, of course, this is a big game. Then Arsenal take on Leicester City, Brentford take on West Ham United. Brentford, of course, in the last two games, they have been really unlucky with the taking leads in the very first minute. In fact, less than the half. I mean, like 30-second mark before the 30-second mark, and then they have ended up losing 2-1 to Man City and 3-1 last weekend against Tottenham, and Chelsea as well, taking on a Brighton side that has it has have Brighton lost again? They might have lost last weekend or something like that. I can't I can recall what happened for Brighton last week. Oh yeah, they do drew 2-2. So I don't think Brighton have lost game either. I don't think they have. Uh, Everton versus Crystal Palace. Everton liberated after the new ownership, which was perhaps which is perhaps forthcoming. And yeah, I do wish Everton well as well. Nottingham Forest against Fulham, good game. It will be Wolves versus Liverpool, which is the late game today. And tomorrow we have Ipswich versus tomorrow we have Ipswich versus um, Aston Villa. Aston Villa who will be playing in the Champions League in midweek as well. So in midweek as well, and yeah, so we will see about that. We'll be talking about that during midweek, and yeah, so we will be talking about that. And then of course the big game of the weekend is is the game between Manchester United and Ange Postecoglou, which is tomorrow, which is what 4:30 local time, and 4:30 local time, and yeah, so excited about that. Two managers who are maybe under pressure, who will be hoping that their team can can you know perhaps put up a show and a win in that game. will perhaps you know relieve some of the pressure, because both Tottenham and Manchester United haven't had a good start to their Premier League campaigns. Tottenham won last weekend. Manchester United, although should have won, they didn't. They didn't. They struck. They. I mean, in the first half, they were superb against. They were superb against Crystal Palace. Should have scored a couple at least. And yeah, in the first half, they hit the bar twice. They hit the bar. Although if they had hit, if they had scored instead of hitting the bar, then the need for second, I mean, coming together of the ball and crossbar wouldn't have been needed. So I mean, Garnacho, Delict had two good chances, um, and Bruno Fernandes, where he hit the shot from outside of his right boot. I'm just trying to remember stuff. So yeah, in the second half, Eze had a decent chance. Ismail Assar was denied brilliantly by Onana. So that game, I mean, both Spurs and Newcastle and Manchester United, Postecoglou and Ten Hag would want their team to, would want their team to do more, and a win, as I said, would greatly relieve the pressure for both, and yeah, so we'll see how both teams go in that game, and yeah, so would be a good game, would be a good game. Would be a good game. Let's hope it always is. I mean, more at more at the old White Hart Lane rather than Old Trafford. But last time round it was 2-2 between Spurs and Manchester United, and I expect a high scoring game. Although I expected a high scoring game between in another game between Spurs and Arsenal, and it ended up 1-0. I mean, in terms of shots and the quality and the style of play, it was a bit of a drab affair. But yeah, I mean, um, if it isn't if it isn't you know if it isn't a high scoring game, at least I don't expect a stifling sort of a game where the possession is hard to come by, and it's like both teams are looking to play on counter attacks. So that is not the kind of game that I expect between uh, Spurs and Manchester United tomorrow at Old Trafford. And yeah, today, just to come back to the games that are supposed to be taking place today, then Arsenal and Chelsea and Arsenal have been both good, excellent. In fact, uh, last time round, Chelsea beat West Ham at a canter 3-0, and it could have been 4 or 5. West Ham were absolutely dreadful. It was another early game that I mean, Nicholas Jackson has somehow hit form in this season, and he's finishing his chances. He scored twice against West Ham, and I mean, to think about this, that a person like Christopher Nkunku, who in my opinion at least, is in my opinion at least the second best attacker in Chelsea's squad, and I am just because Cole Palmer had a superb season last time round and a superb Euros as well, given the limited opportunities that he was afforded. I would say Christopher and Kunku, if fully fit and firing, I'm okay. Let's not use the firing term because if everyone is firing, then you know if everyone is firing, then everyone is good. So Christopher and Kunku, in my opinion, is the second best attacker in Chelsea at Chelsea, and yeah, I mean he isn't even starting because of Nicholas Jackson, and that's credit to the Senegal international. Uh, I mean, less said the better about his social life, and given what he was up to with I mean, you know, so so yeah, I mean, I fancy Chelsea against in their against Brighton in the match. We'll see how it goes for both of them, and but that's for later. Now, I mean, just a couple of lines on the game between Liverpool and Wolves. Liverpool, they scored 5 goals against they scored 5 against what West Ham United, who I told you were terrible. I didn't watch them against I didn't watch them against Bolton. Oh, sorry, West Ham, because that competition isn't shown in India and in India here. So, but they after that Nottingham Forest game straight after the international break, where they did look short of a gallop or two, and Mo Salah wasn't good, but wasn't good. But today, I expect them to do a real number on Wolves. Wolves, who are I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they are in the relegation zone, and yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how how both teams perform in this in this game. Hello, hello, Onya Bor, how are you? And yeah, so Wolves versus Liverpool will be a good game. I expect to be, I mean, good game for Liverpool at least, and yeah, we'll see how it goes for how it goes, and yeah, we will see how it goes. We will see how it goes, and yeah, but we will come back to the game. We will come back to the game that is this one. Newcastle United against Manchester City. Intriguing battle in midfield with both teams hurt, affected by injuries, and will be hoping to hoping to hoping to me just check. Okay, mic was off. So, yep. We will see how it goes for both teams midfield, and yeah. So it'll be it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting, and yeah. Well, we'll find out how the cookie crumbles for both teams. Again, just about 7 minutes to go before the start of the game. Before the start of the game, and and yeah. Well, let's just hope that let's just hope that. Let's just hope that both teams put up a good show. That's all we ask for as football fans, and and hopefully we will get to see a game that is uh, you know fit par for the course. Let's call it that, and that let's call it that, and yeah. Yeah. So I mean. Uh, I'm sorry, I got a bit distracted over there, and and yeah, so got a bit distracted, and yeah, so the game should begin in about 6 minutes, unless there's been a delay or anything like that, which I hope there isn't, and I will go to the game because let's see what kind of atmosphere that we are experiencing at the game with the at the game with the with the there's always a good there is always a good banner displayed and yeah so yeah, both teams in the tunnel. I mean, a lot of Brazilians in the team, Joe Linton and Joe Linton and Joe Linton and that's the whole thing, and and we'll be hoping that the game is 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 uh, is is a good one. Is a good one, and yeah, fingers crossed that we get to see a game that is again fit for the course, and both teams are slightly weaker than what they could have been, and yeah. So let's hope. I mean, in the last couple of seasons, there have been a lot of goals in this game. Six 2 years ago, and then five last year. So unless injuries or something else happens, there I expect a lot of action to be taking place in. I mean, like, and still plenty of talking points. So about 4 minutes to go before the start of the game. Jared Gillett, the Australian. Uh, Jared Gillett, the Australian, is the referee, and yeah, so both teams coming out. Sun is shining, and yeah, I mean, let's see if there is any kind of a display, and any kind of a display that showcases uh, something. I mean, there is a display, but from here, I am not able to make out what kind of display we are looking at, and And yeah, so so yeah, the two teams, as you can see besides me, I'm pretty sure you can see the two teams, and I mean Newcastle's defense does slightly worry me as a Newcastle fan, and uh, I mean and attack as well with the absence of Alexander Isak, and Alexander Isak, it is slightly concerning. But the bench is decent. I mean, there are options. There are options available if need be, and I mean that's hence the frustration with Callum Wilson and the way he I mean tends to break down at I mean with very minor injuries as well, and he's missed 4 or 5 months even with injuries, and yeah. So let's see. I mean, two goalkeepers on the Manchester City bench, which is I mean tells you the sign of things with the injuries and everything. Doku and Savinio are on the bench. Perhaps a mark of respect to Newcastle that Pep Guardiola is going with I mean some sort of a attack that that some sort of an attack that can contribute defensively as well. Grealish and I mean Bernardo Silva. He usually tends to score against Newcastle. He has scored on his last two visits to Newcastle, and yeah. So game is about to begin. I'll get ready as well, and I'll move to the main window. And main window, the uh, the uh, the uh, the uh, the managers are ready, and I expect a tough game for tough game for both the teams, and tough game for both teams. Jared Gillett is ready, the Australian, and Jared Gillett is ready as well. Newcastle United, the aerial view is quite fantastic, and Newcastle United, I think will kick the game off, and yeah. So let's see what kind of game we get. And the kickoff has taken place finally, and and Newcastle have the possession, and yeah. So Share plays it out to chance for Newcastle. Harvey Barnes offside maybe. Oh, foul given. That's uh, that's not a good foul. I mean, good fouler then looks bad. I mean, and uh, and Bruno. Uh, I mean, Rico Lewis. He gets the ball first. I mean, even calling it a foul is a bit of a stretch, and yeah. So Eddie Howe, he's apparently had his talks with the sporting director, where the story has been made here's Jacob Murphy. Edison. I mean, he does get the ball, and he does get the ball, and I'm not sure who it was. Perhaps was Harvey Barnes, and I mean Newcastle have penetrated the the box. I mean, Gordon. I mean, looks charged up. Looks charged up. The talk is that he's about to sign a new contract, so Liverpool can go right away. Can go right away, and he's been Newcastle's star man this not this season, but last season he was definitely the star, and in the Champions League he did well as well, although didn't score. I mean, Newcastle scored very few, and he was the star. So decent start is Erling Haaland and Lewis Hall plays it too. Newcastle have a throw in, and Newcastle have started reasonably well, to be honest, and I mean, hopefully this isn't just you know this just isn't like you're feeding off the energy that is being given to you by the crowd. It's something more. It's something more, and as Haaland, good strength to hold off Burn, who's been coming under a little bit of pressure. Here's Grealish. His attempt is blocked by uh, not sure who it was, but here's Akanji. Man City perhaps now settling in to decent possession, and all came from Erling Haaland getting the possession from Dan Burn, holding him off physically. I mean, Erling Haaland is really strong, and and yeah. So again, Grealish against Trippier, two England teammates. Oh, wide Manchester City. Oh, corner. Akanji earns the first corner of the game, deflected behind of Murphy, I think. Let's see who it was. Of Tonali. Of Tonali, probably it comes off, and Man City have a corner. Newcastle, though, have decent height in terms of the players that they have, but I mean, Haaland is always a danger. Akanji, Diaz, and who else? I mean, these are the three that I think are the danger man. Gundogan to take the corner. Here it comes. I'm so nervous as a Newcastle fan. I had taken shot again, cleared away. Lewis Hall should bring it clear, further clear. And here's a long ball played in. Jolint. Oh, Bruno. Bruno. I mean, almost. I mean, he needed to be a little quicker. I'm not saying he's slow or anything, but he needed to be a little quicker. Needed to be a little quicker. And Man City know that with Rodri out for the whole season, and with Rodri out, that they need to they need to be perhaps them going on those long unbeaten runs, or winning XYZ amount of games in in uh, in a row is perhaps a bit difficult. Has Gundogan on the left hand side of City's midfield three. Haaland, oh, straight at Pope. First attempt by Erling Haaland. I mean, he's got a tremendous record in the Premier League, but uh, against Newcastle United, his record against Newcastle is perhaps isn't that great. Isn't that great? So I mean, he'll be looking to He'll be looking to he'll be looking to perhaps score. I can only recall him scoring one in his first game against Newcastle United, and I don't think he scored for 2 years against Newcastle United. And yeah, I mean, as a Newcastle United fan, I genuinely hope that continues. 7 minutes gone. It's been fairly sort of an even game, and sort of an even game this one. And Edison uh, passing it out to Rico Lewis. Ball one back. Oh, could be a foul, but here's Murphy. Bad ball. I mean, didn't didn't curve enough. I mean, Newcastle are getting at City, and Eddie Howe, just like me, disappointed, and Gordon could nearly get there. I mean, nearly got there, Gordon. Oh, foul there by Trippier. So, I still expect City to dominate possession. They are City. I mean, champions for last four Premier League reasons. Of the Premier League, and yeah, ever since their takeover, Newcastle have only beaten them once in the Premier League, and oh, Edison was being pressed. Newcastle are really pressing, trying to press. Here's Haaland, oh, throw in Newcastle. A decent start by Newcastle. Good decent start by Newcastle, and Pep. Looks. I mean, doesn't look cheerful. Doesn't look best pleased. 10 minutes gone, and yeah, 10 minutes gone, and it's. I'd call it fairly even so far. I'd call it fairly even so far in this game. Good ball. Haaland holds it up. Oh, but his layoff was poor. His layoff was poor, and Man City have lost possession, and Newcastle have it. Dan Burn, Nick Pope. I really get nervous when he has the ball at his feet. When he has the ball at his feet, although Man City have now won the ball back. Oh, played wide. Hurry up. Yeah, there's Jacob Murphy. And another terrible ball by Jacob Murphy. Seriously, lack of quality is apparent. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I mean, his lack of quality. It's unbelievable. I mean, not sure what he was trying to do, but his Rico Lewis looked like a game where goals will probably flow, but Man City dominating with the possession in these early stages now. Rico Lewis and Kieran Trippier hasn't gotten forward that much. There's Grealish is Kovacic. I mean, big responsibility for him in this season in Premier League as well as Champions League and the cups so with the absence of Rodri, uh, youngsters might get a chance in the cups with James McAtee. We saw during the during the game against Watford in the Carabao Cup that a couple of youngsters were given chances, and yeah. So let's see how Kovacic does this season. And ball played up to Gordon. What he can do? Oh, there's a chance. Harvey Barnes. Oh, again Joe Linton, Harvey Barnes, Bruno. I mean, I get nervous watching Newcastle so much. I mean, yes. Trippier. Oh, corner. Newcastle United. Jack Grealish hit in the nuts. I mean, in his walnuts. I mean, straight flush. Kieran Trippier caught that really well, and Jack Grealish gets hit in the nuts. I mean, that is got to hurt. I mean, every one of us who plays football has been there. This it's not funny, not for us, but for everyone else. It's really funny. And Kieran Trippier changing his shoes. Not sure who's going to take the corner. Sandro Tonali, perhaps. Sandro Tonali, perhaps. And I mean, chance for Newcastle to load the box, but that ball to Harvey Barnes, if it was just 5% better. Lewis Hall to take the corner. Oh, decent corner. I mean, ball. Oh, Edison, Edison does well. Joe Linton. I mean, couldn't direct his header. I mean, I'm assuming he got that. He got contact on the ball. Kieran Trippier now playing with two different. Kieran Trippier, can he cross? Can he find? Oh, dreadful cross. This right wing is. I mean, Newcastle are getting so many chances, but is Tonali another corner to Newcastle United? Is it throw perhaps, not a corner? I mean, the quality is so poor. The quality is so poor. It's unfucking believable. It is indeed only a throw, and it is only a throw. Dan Burn. Lewis Hall. Oh, that's a foul. Not given. Oh, given. Now late. Foul is given late against Kyle Walker on the right hand side. Whew, man, as a Newcastle fan watching this, it's so nervous. I mean, I shouldn't be biased, but Lewis Hall with the with the Lewis Hall or Anthony Gordon. I mean, Anthony Gordon looks up for it. The news is that he is going to sign a new 6 year contract at Newcastle United. 6 year contract till 2030 as Lewis Hall. Ball swung and collected and cleared, although Hall has the ball. And here's Gordon. I mean, Jacob Murphy. It wasn't Jacob Murphy at this point, but it wasn't Jacob Murphy. Another ball swung in, but oh, bad header, and now Tonali does well. Again on the right hand side. Oh, slightly overhit, and it goes out, and it goes out for a throw to Manchester City. And Tonali has started well this game. He's been good. He's stood out actually. Oh, throw in never came in. It's throw into Newcastle now. Throw into Newcastle. I mean, I will tell you this: Newcastle are my team. I support Newcastle, but uh, Man City are my foul throw given. Is it a foul throw by Josko Guardiola? Unbelievable, unbelievable foul throw. If it is a foul throw that is being given, Fabian Schär, oh, good ball, super ball. I mean, in space. Here's Tonali up against Guardiola. Foul given against Tonali. Foul given against Tonali. I mean, interesting viewing this for some of the other clubs as well. They would be, I mean, noticing how Man City get on without Rodri and how they do, or because if Manchester City get on a roll, I mean, I mean, the midfield battle is getting really heated, and Joe Linton there. I mean, against Diaz and I mean Grealish. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with Grealish. Everywhere he gets, and he's like that guy who always is getting fouled. I'm not sure what it is. It's, if you have watched Friends, he's got that quality. There's something about him. There's something about him. He's got a thing. He's got a thing. So that thing. Meanwhile, 21 minutes gone, and Rob Jones is the referee. Fourth referee, fourth official. Meanwhile, a free kick to Man City in a dangerous area. Bernardo or Gundogan, one of those two. Gundogan cleared away. Foul given. Foul given. Foul given. Brilliant ground, St. James's Park. Brilliant, brilliant. I mean, some of the matches. I can't see. I mean, Newcastle will probably have to score to again. Ball played out. Throw in. Good pressure building by Newcastle. They are pressing. I mean, they are pressing and ball lost. As I said, Newcastle are building pressure, but ball is lost. So ball is lost and that should go out. Not sure what happened there. And Fabian Scher and Jack Grealish this time on the, I mean, giving it out to opposition players. In Man City midfield is corner to Newcastle. Another corner, good defending by Guardiola, although Jacob Murphy, not sure what he brings. Lewis Hall on corners. Surprising, it's not Kieran Trippier on the corners, but Joe Linton, Durnburn, everyone is a threat. Oh, another corner, this time from a different side. Haaland concedes the corner. I mean, it went off his head. I mean, he got up really high. I mean, it skimmed off Haaland's head, but someone else also got a touch. And let's see who. Kieran Trippier. So it looks like the strategy is to take in swinging corners. Wow. I mean, not sure what Jude. Who knows? Counter attack stopped. That might be a foul by Fabian Scher. And perhaps getting a bit of a revenge for himself. And first yellow card of the game goes to Fabian Scher. First yellow card of the game. I mean, he has already served a suspension, so needs to be careful. Otherwise, although Bruno might have done better. I mean, like, I don't know why he holds on to the ball so much. Man City taking their time over the free kick. Then going sort of long. It's Haaland. Oh, that's bad defending. Oh, good block. Good block. Goal kick. Goal kick given. I thought it might have been a corner, but goal kick has been given. And Rico Lewis with a good run. And Haaland lays it off to, I mean, not sure. Bernardo, perhaps it was. I mean, was it a block or what was it? I'm not sure. Lewis Hall has had a decent game. For Newcastle at left back, and I mean If Jacob Murphy could put in a cross, then I mean, having said that, he'll probably come up with a moment. And oh, good ball, Fabian Scher, but should be keepers. Should be keepers. It is. I mean, it was pretty easy. I mean, Fabian Scher trying those long diagonals. We've seen very little of Anthony Gordon. And Haaland physically so strong. Physically so strong. Here's Bernardo on the left hand side. He's got a good record. Oh, good defending there by Trippier up against Haaland. Concedes a corner, but prevents a goal. A tap in for Haaland. Tap in for Haaland. It would have been if it wasn't for Trippier. But Dan Burn physically struggling against Haaland. It's now twice that he's almost knocked him. He's almost knocked him. And second corner to Manchester City. Still nil-nil. 28 minutes gone. Really good game this. Yes, that's the corner cleared first time, but Man City have the possession. Again cleared. Goal kick. Goal kick. Guardiola wanting another corner, but goal kick it is. Goal kick it is. Uh, yeah. I mean, Manchester City are now. I mean, you could see it easily with your eyes. Are the better of the team, and Kanji coming in midfield. Rico Lewis is already there in midfield, so and Bernardo Silva in the last few minutes. Free kick to free kick to Man City. Joe Linton. Free kick to Joe Linton, the person who's fouling. So the free kick to be taken. Oh, bad touch. Out of play. Out of play. Poor from Gundogan. I mean, he was really good last season for Barcelona. He's come back to City. He's come back to City, and he's come back to City, and I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll hit the ground running. Haaland frustrated. Have to be honest, Tonali has looked good. I mean, I had no doubts in my mind. I mean, Burn, I mean, in a position where he's not accustomed to be, and again, yellow card. to Bruno, I think it is. It is indeed Bruno taking out Gundogan. I mean, wasn't that bad, I think. But Bruno seems injured as well. Let's see if he's taken a boot to his head from what it looks like. And devoid of any service or chances. I mean, he did have one shot at Pope that he. It was not a proper. It was pretty straightforward for Pope. Again, City purring now. City are doing well. And good passing between the lines. All. I mean, City win the ball back. So good they are. So good they are. And City over the last 5 6 minutes have been excellent in possession and been excellent in possession. City last time round did get a draw against 10 men Arsenal, but so far Newcastle with 11 men have defended really well. Oh, Grealish does well. Gundogan. Oh, 1-0. Guardiol it is. Guardiol makes it 1-0. And Kieran Trippier taken out of the game, and Guardiol scores 1-0 to 1-0 to Man City. And uh, over the last couple of minutes, it's honestly been coming. Uh, it's been coming, and Newcastle have been poor. Honestly, Kieran Trippier gets taken out, and Guardiol. He's playing at left back. Nothing Nick Pope could do, and and yeah, superb finish by superb finish by superb finish by Guardiol at from left back to make it 1-0 to Manchester City. Josco Guardiol makes it 1-0, and I mean, what can you say? It's Josco Guardiol's first goal of the season, and yeah. But still, Newcastle have time on their hands, 55 minutes, and so. But Newcastle have been poor in the last 5 or 6 minutes. The fact that Joe Linton can't. I mean, Under pressure, he's been poor. Passing out is is uh, is an issue. Is Joe Linton. Hall. Okay, poor, poor ball and corner, corner to Newcastle. Can they equalize straight away? Can they equalize straight away? A decent corner would be required, and yeah. So I mean, Oh, looks bad. I'm not sure who that is. Could be Grealish, could be someone else. Haaland it is. Not sure what is wrong with him. I mean, but his heel socks looks. I mean, poor corner cleared by Haaland under no pressure at all. Cleared away and Fabian Schär. I mean, Harvey Barnes has not been in the game, not been in the game, and it's descending into a poor performance, which started out so well, and it started out so well, and it has descended into a poor performance. I mean, Newcastle can't even string a couple of passes together, and Haaland has got burn on toast, burnt toast, if I can call it, and I mean, it was an accident that happened, and yeah, in passing is absolutely atrocious. The passing is atrocious. As Murphy can ball is. I mean, what are Newcastle trying to do? Hall, no. Again, ball pumped. I mean, Pope out of his area gives the ball away. Idiot. And that should be 2-0. Oh no, it isn't. He saves his. I mean, what stupidity that is from Nick Pope. I have no idea. I mean, this is. I mean, what is this shit? Gan, physically too strong, Manuel Akanji for Murphy. Not good at all. Not good. Man City, I mean, they are a goal up, but I mean, there's always a chance. His ball lost. Murphy, idiot! Again, I mean, Nick Pope, not sure what he was doing. Can't, and plays it so far away from. And Haaland had gone offside, so perhaps he couldn't play him in. And Josko Guardiola makes it, uh, makes it 1-0. The goal, replay of the goal. Here's Haaland. Haaland. Oh, almost. He was in almost. But again, ball lost. Haaland. Again, Haaland. I mean, causing so much trouble for Newcastle. It's unfucking believable. I mean, Newcastle need half time. They would be lucky to go down I mean, stay at 1-0 before half time, because this is turning into an uh, an abomination of a performance. Can't pass the ball. I mean, can't keep possession, giving the ball away. Literally every player is is I mean, second best to the ball, which is I mean, Man City are absolutely stifling the life out of Newcastle, which is, I mean, sad to see. Sad to see, honestly. Sad to see, honestly. I mean, as a Newcastle fan, it's I mean, dreadful. Pep imploring his side to do more, although chance Gundogan is Guardiola, Grealish, Akanji. Oh, corner to Man City. I mean, Newcastle have gone to pieces in this second half. Gone to pieces. Not sure what has happened to the passing. Joe Linton gets his head to the corner. Is Murphy. I mean, not too hopeful with Murphy though. Oh, he beats a man finally into the box. Oh, corner. Has to be no corner given. And City are on the attack. The fact that Haaland can physically dominate opponents is I mean like he can hold on to the ball, lay it off, and run with it. He's got pace, precision, power, everything he's got. It's I mean it's a big strength for Manchester City's. I mean it's a big big. I mean we'd be lucky to go just one down at half time. Second half, maybe things need changing. About 2 minutes, I'd say. About 2 minutes to go before 2 minutes to be added for the oh, ball lost by Gundogan. Tonali foul. Chance for Newcastle. 1 minute added. 1 minute added for the added time and Pep. I mean, chance if Newcastle level from this free kick, then there's a chance that there's a chance that Man City could be affected by it mentally, and but need a good delivery. It's floated in. Oh, good save, Edison. Tonali. I mean, can't find place. Joe Linton. Is Harvey Barnes corner. I mean, Joe Linton within effort, which was saved by Edison. I mean, that was heading in. Great save. Corner to Newcastle. I mean, let's see if cleared. Half time 1-0. Half time it is. And 1-0 to Newcastle. And this all has given the away the I say well because Newcastle based on the last few minutes have been absolutely atrocious. But at 1-0, there's always hope that a team can claw back something of there's a chance that Newcastle can or any team at 1-0 can claw something from get something from the game. And yeah, we'll see how it goes for Newcastle in the second half. But plenty to discuss in this first half. And yeah, so I mean, I mean, it's a bit disappointing from a Newcastle's point of view, and I am representing the Newcastle point of view. And yeah, well, let's just hope Newcastle can Newcastle can do something. As a Manchester City fan, if there are any watching, then I would hope they would want their team to um, their team to their team to do well, and just to put things in. So just updating that thing, just updating that. And yeah, so I mean it's no been disappointing, but over, let's say, 10 minutes have really up the ante and really up the ante, and they deserve to be uh, um, they deserve to be ahead. And I mean, seriously, they've been the better of the two teams, and better of the two teams, and rightly ahead. But Newcastle did start brightly, and 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 Newcastle did start brightly, and uh, but have faded. Man City's quality with Kovacic, Gundogan, and everything. They've they've asserted their authority on the game, and on the 35th minute mark, I mean, a moment of, I mean, carelessness. Let's call it that, carelessness from Kieran Trippier. I mean, an experienced player, you'd expect better from him, and you'd expect better from him, and he dives in, plays himself out of contention, and then Guardiola. I mean, wow, that was a superb, sublime finish by Josko Guardiola at the 35-minute mark, and that's where the score is at. Nick Pope had a brain fart. I mean, what was he doing? And it could have easily been it could have been 2-0, perhaps should have been 3-0 to Man City, because Newcastle have absolutely shot themselves in the foot on more than one occasion. Nick Pope, I'm talking about, and I mean, Haaland has shown quality, strength against Burnley, especially twice, uh, and yeah, Man City will be hoping to score a couple of goals other goals, more goals in the second half to make the game safe. Whether they can, whether Newcastle come back. But the thing is, I don't see how Newcastle will come back, especially if that idiot Jacob Murphy keeps running down blind alleys and keeps playing stupid passes that that uh, uh, that 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 end up straight at the feet of Man City players. It's unforgiving. Basically, he's been playing in the Premier League since what 2017. Although yes, I admit that he's been out on loan, but his lack of quality never ceases to amaze me. I mean, he's been what it will be his and eighth season, and I mean, he's disappoints me every single time. And like Newcastle fans, I mean like me, they just fall for his reactions and like meme worthy stuff. Uh, I mean, I mean, people sometimes do get criticism, and sometimes people bring out the abuse as well, and which is, I mean, really uncalled for in what is just a game. But sometimes emotions do run high, and but I just don't know if Jacob Murphy is a Premier League player. I mean, he's not even close to a Premier League player. I doubt he gets into any Premier League team. And Mike Ashley giving him a contract. I mean, like I personally would get rid of him, sell him for, I mean, whatever money we can, you know, get for him, 6, 7, 8 million. And if he is the first choice right winger, I mean, God help us in our pursuit of whatever we are pursuing. I mean, but let's not get too bogged down. There is always second half. Newcastle have had opportunities. Joe Linton from his left foot brings out a fine save from Ederson, and there's always hope. I mean, last time Newcastle beat Man City, it was 1-0 at half time, and Newcastle scored two late goals, and that was a much poorer side than this one. And but anyways, and over the last two seasons, Newcastle have produced decent performances, and and yeah, fingers crossed. As far as Man City are concerned, um, Erling Haaland hasn't had too many chances, so that's a positive, because if he had, we would already be dead and buried. And and if Manchester City can overcome this a relatively stiff challenge, then then perhaps things will get easier in the season, as more and more challenges come their way thick and fast, especially in December with no Christmas break this time round. And yeah, so yeah, I mean, we'll wait and watch out for that. I mean, goal scorer Joshua Guardiol, it's his first goal of the season. He's been um, good for Man City. I mean, defensively, Man City haven't been perhaps their best, but I mean, Akanji and Diaz, they haven't had much to deal with in terms of physicality, and the midfield has been quicker, stronger, faster, and dare I say at a higher level. And yeah, I mean Newcastle's better players need to step up. Maybe there's a need for substitutions. I think about bringing on Joe Willock for the second half to just add a bit more pace, uh, bit more pace to the proceedings, and and uh, and uh, and yeah, we'll it's I mean the onus is on Newcastle to make things happen. They are the team that is trailing and are at home so are at home as well. So are at home as well, and they need to they need to they need to make things happen. No point losing the game 1-0. May as well lose 2 or 3-0 and have a bit of a go. Whether that materializes remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. And I mean, as a Newcastle United fan, I would hope that that does remain to be seen, and that does remain to be seen, and more and more efforts can be reined in. Although Man City are really really strong side who know what they're about, and it will be it could be it could be an effort where it could be something there where Newcastle need to do something out of extraordinary to turn this game around, and even get a uh, draw of it. And so so that's that's one thing that's one that that, that that have to keep an eye out for. I mean, if you go for go for a you know goal and yourself exposed with Haaland, Grealish, and others, you are at the risk of exposing yourself, and then I mean, if the second goal goes in for Man City, then you are I mean, it's virtually game over for you, and so it'll be interesting what kind of team talk Eddie Howe delivers. Eddie Howe delivers in his halftime, and if any substitutions are made, I'd particularly take Jacob Murphy off and bring on Joe Willock. I think, uh, and perhaps push Joe Linton for the forward because that ways it gives you some solidity in it solidifies midfield and it solidifies midfield and yeah, so it solidifies midfield and yeah, solidifies midfield. Both teams in the tunnel. The second half should begin imminently. I doubt there are any changes for Man City. As far as Newcastle are concerned, we'll wait and watch. We will wait and watch if there are any substitutions for Newcastle United. But I mean, Kyle Walker, the captain, having a word with his left full back in Josko Guardiol, and I mean, Ederson made a fantastic save from Joe Linton in the first half added time, and yeah, so Newcastle players now coming out. Looks like Jacob Murphy is coming out. Gordon is in. Murphy, Byrne, Hall, warm up before the. I mean, doesn't look like any substitutions. Which well, let's see. Eddie Howe is perhaps the best judge, and we'll see how that turns out. But both teams are now ready. Man City are getting ready for the kickoff as well. Kickoff well, and we are getting ready for the kickoff. Gundogan, I think it is, who will take the free kick out. I mean, who will kick it off, and now and we have the second half underway. Let's see if Newcastle can do something, can do something, and I mean I mean in terms of effort, at least there has to be. I mean, Darren Burn with a pass that could have gone really badly. We've seen very little of Harvey Barnes, and here's Gordon. Oh, luckily it comes off Gordon, and it goes out for a goal kick to Manchester City. Newcastle's looking to press. I mean, it's Gordon who's pressing aggressively, and free kick. Oh, throw into Newcastle United. Throw into Newcastle United, and throw into Newcastle United, and oh, sorry, Man City. It was now Man City have the possession. I mean, Newcastle United. The onus is on them. Man City, I'm pretty sure they'll be happy with a 1-0 win as well. But I'm like optimistic as every fan should be. I'm optimistic for Newcastle. Not sure how the atmosphere is at St James's Park. Usually is really good at Saturday 3 p.m. But these early games, it they can be a bit of a hit and miss. Free kick. I mean, Nick Pope. I mean, playing some Nick Pope playing some passes which are filled with I mean which are dicing with danger. Bruno Tonali. Oh, bad pass. Shocker. Again, Bruno. Bruno needs to be careful. Again, Murphy. Again, Kieran Trippier. I mean, Bernardo Silva. I mean, Bruno needs to be careful, otherwise he'll get off, and get sent off, and get sent off, and is already on a yellow card. I think I think he's the only one. I think. I mean, we have seen very little of Harvey Barnes in this game, and very little of Harvey Barnes and his Grealish up against. I mean, Akanji is right on the D, and he's not from a set piece or anything like that. Tonali uh, gets his head to it, and Phil Foden isn't playing. I completely forgotten about Phil Foden. If need be, he played against Watford in the Carabao Cup. And in the Carabao Cup wasn't very good. Oh, ball. Oh, Newcastle. I mean, why aren't we clearing the ball? I mean, like we dawdling on the ball. I mean, usually I watch as a neutral, but as a Newcastle fan, it brings out my nervous energy and everything that there is, and and so sometimes you might see that. I mean, you have to admire Man City with the players that they have, the style they play. Oh, Newcastle really open. Bernardo Silva. I mean, I mean, Fabian Schär, Gordon, Gordon laid the ball off really well, but there's no pass on. There's just no pass on. Here's oh man. Oh, could be a penalty. Could be no penalty given. Jared Gillet. That might have been given a penalty. Harvey Barnes went down. And let's see. Let's see. I mean, the play continues for now, but I'm not sure whether there is a VAR check or not. And Harvey Barnes, I mean, he should have Grealish. I mean, doesn't always shoot, but I mean, foul, no foul given. Corner, and I mean, Jared Gillett. I mean, I don't know what happened there, but don't know what happened there. And Grealish, I mean, fouling doesn't look like there's a penalty appeal or anything like that. Corner is, I mean, held up. No, I mean, the referee Jared Gillett wants to talk to the two captains, Kyle Walker, Bruno Guimaraes. Looks like it was just an accident. Although no, it wasn't an accident. The elbow was pretty much thrown. Anyways, the corner to Man City to be taken by Gundogan. I mean, Newcastle can't afford to go 2-0 down. I mean, corner is cleared. And Tonali, I'm pretty sure he will be called into the Italian squad as well. After next week, there's a break in the Premier League with with international break, and he was superb for Italy against Israel and especially France. He was superb for Italy, and I'm pretty sure he'll be called up. Whereas Gordon Akanji does well, superbly well, Manuel Akanji. I mean, he showed his pace there, and Newcastle are. I mean, Jared Gillett is getting on my fucking nerves. I mean, oh, it's a foul. It's foul in my opinion. It is. I mean, maybe I got a little carried away. I got a little carried away, and he got it right. He got it right. We got it right. Free kick to Man City. I thought he might have given a throw in, but it was a free kick. There was slight contact. There was slight contact. Anyways, Man City building up, you know, their attacks. They have looked dangerous in this second half. And Ederson, look at that pass, and like 60, 70 yards, 60, 70, 70, 60, 70 yards to 60, 70 yards. Do the so I mean, oh, good ball, Gordon, Gordon. Oh, that's a penalty. That's a penalty. Penalty, Newcastle, and a yellow card. And a yellow card to Ederson as well. Gordon earns a penalty. Let's hope it can be scored. Pep not happy. Pep not happy, and Man City have conceded a penalty. Chance for Newcastle to equalize. And yeah, I don't think that's getting overturned. Penalty to Newcastle. Gordon brought down. Good ball played through. Onside. The Kyle Walker playing him onside, and the penalty should stand. And chance for Newcastle to equalize. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Newcastle can score. Ederson and Burn, and Ederson is in the book. Ederson is in the book. So I mean, like, I'm so nervous. I usually don't watch Newcastle taking penalties, but not sure who the player was who played the ball. But looks like it'll be Anthony Gordon who will be taking the penalty against Ederson. Let's see if Gordon can score his second goal of the season and equalize for Newcastle United. He's Yes, Jason. Come on, Newcastle. Indeed. Let's hope. Are you a Newcastle fan or I mean, like a rival Manchester City's rival fan? So let's see if the penalty can be scored. Gordon up against Ederson. Ederson, I don't want to say it, usually struggles. 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. It's 1-1. Let me just back to Ederson, and it's 1-1. Anthony Gordon makes it 1-1 for Newcastle United, and yes, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Newcastle. 1-1. Anthony Gordon makes it 1-1. Really happy as a Newcastle fan. I'm a Newcastle fan, I must tell you that. So yeah, I mean, good. Liverpool taking on Wolves. I expect Liverpool to beat Wolves, and I expect Salah to score tonight. And and yeah, so I'll change that as well. It's 58th minute. It's 58th, and so Newcastle, I'm very what kind of response we get from Newcastle. And last time Newcastle beat Man City. Oh, I hope we don't concede straight away. Wide, wide, well wide, well wide, well wide, well wide, and well wide. 1-1. Anthony Gordon has scored for Newcastle United, and I'm not sure who played the through ball. Who played the through ball, but Newcastle now. I mean, showing some endeavor. Oh, that's a foul. That's a foul. Kovacic there with a foul and earns a booking for his troubles. For his troubles. And let me just check one thing. And guys, if you're watching, do consider subscribing to the channel. Do consider subscribing to the channel. It will be a big help if you can. I mean, no compulsion, but would help, wouldn't it? By the way, Kovacic booked. Kovacic booked it free of cost. Chance. Oh, Jolinton. Oh, another penalty. Probably another penalty. No, I mean, probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Jolinton seems content. But Newcastle. Oh man, Harvey Barnes, what the fuck were you doing? Harvey Barnes had the chance, but Newcastle have come off. They are showing some endeavor. Cross, oh, dreadful cross. Not sure who it was, but Joe Linton. Not sure what's happening there. I mean, that has got to be a penalty. Grealish booked. Grealish booked, I think. Oh, thanks, Jason. Thanks. That. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for subscribing. I mean, there is a VAR check going on. I mean, that could be another penalty for could or should have been, but not given. Although I am now nervous that I hope that I do hope that I do hope. I mean, like I'll be happy with the draw as well. I'll be happy with the draw as well. And here's Newcastle once again on the attack. Newcastle on the attack now, and oh, City foul by Joe Linton. Yellow. I mean, yellow cards are now flowing. One, although I mean, should have been. I mean, in my opinion, at least. Phil Foden is coming on. Phil Foden is coming on, and here goes Gordon. He's got good blistering pace. Harvey Barnes free on the left. Oh man. I mean, I really do hope that it finishes 2-1, but not sure. I'll happily take a draw. Harvey Barnes, Gordon could have taken on Akanji there. Could have taken Arsenal versus Leicester and Chelsea versus Brighton. Chelsea versus Brighton again foul, but Haaland. I mean, how strong is Erling Haaland? Strong is Erling Haaland and and yeah, I mean he's oh chance to attack 4-on-4 sort of. Oh, here's Harvey Barnes, Gordon. Newcastle have almost gone into a different stratosphere, but they need to be careful. I mean, although Man City now have the bodies back and Kyle Walker, Lewis Hall in the box. Oh, good defending by Guardiola, I think it is, and throw into throw into Newcastle, right? Throw into Newcastle has to be Newcastle. Jacob Murphy was lining one up, but not sure. Phil Foden is coming on. I mean, I'm scared now. I mean, Phil Foden coming on for Ilkay Gundogan. Phil Foden now coming on for Ilkay Gundogan. I mean, that does slightly weaken City's midfield. Only Kovacic and Rico Lewis. Bernardo Silva can drop back. So we'll see. About 25 minutes to go. About 25 minutes to go. Newcastle defending well. But need to be careful. You can't be that euphoric and then, within that euphoria, you lose sight of, you know, pragmatism, and then you could lose lose goals. I mean, Joe Linton needs to be careful. He's already on a yellow. He's already on a yellow, and he's already on a yellow, and maybe some Newcastle legend in the crowd who holded well, but again lost possession. Here's oh slip, Bruno. Don't take chance. I mean, should have kept possession. Should have taken a free kick probably. Should have taken like handed Man City the possession, but Newcastle have it back now. Newcastle have it back, and my green tea is here. Green tea is here. City will be I mean, Haaland in the second half, he hasn't had many chances. But he only needs one. Only needs one to his Guardiola. His Guardiola. Again, no, just one substitution from Guardiola, none from goal kick. Goal kick and Newcastle. Oh, Gordon. Oh, Kanji. Kanji has covered. I mean, he's good. I never thought he was this good. But Akanji, I mean, he's been a good signing for Man City. Of course, he's been here for 4 or 5 years now, and Haaland, oh, Nick Pope alert there, and throw into Newcastle. Pope did well against Haaland, who had made a run, and I mean, coming together of two players. A good ball played in. Oh, slightly short. Might have been deflected. So that took the pace out of it. That took the pace out of it. Kanji, in terms of performance, this has been much better than last week against Fulham. Although I didn't get to see the match live or any highlights, I was so in such a bad mood I didn't even watch the highlights. So, but reading about it, it's already been. It looks like at least a lot better than. Oh, shot from Foden straight at Pope. Good save by him. Good save by him. And good save by him. And I mean, you expect a player like. By the way, Arsenal's team news is out. Raya starts. Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Partey, Declan Rice, Saka, Trossard, and Martinelli. And up top we have Kai Havertz. I mean, Guardiola against Trippier is proving a good battle for a neutral. Bruno relieving pressure. Here comes Joe Willock. Let's see who he comes on for. Probably Tonali, I'd say. Probably Tonali, I'd say. Oh, Gordon offside. Jacob Murphy. I'd take Jacob Murphy off. I'd take Jacob Murphy off, but still no substitution. It's Kovacic. Kovacic. I mean, Man City have regathered their thoughts. There's Guardiola, Trippier against Grealish, cleared for now, and Holland, Holland blocked. His shot is blocked, and Kovacic, and now Guardiola. I mean, City dominating possession. Maybe Newcastle have settled for a have. I mean, they think that a draw is a decent result against City, which it is. Which it is, and I mean, Harvey Barnes has been really anonymous in this game. In this game on the left hand side, and if it look Ruben Diaz, still about 20 minutes to go in this game, and cleared, cleared. Oh, Haaland over the bar and wide from Erling Haaland. Joe Willock and Harvey Barnes has been taken off. For Joe Willock, I would have personally taken Jacob Murphy off, and Sean Longstaff is also coming on. So Eddie Howe reinforcing the midfield. Or what is wrong with my phone? Looks like Tonali is going off as well. So three substitutions by Howe, Eddie Howe. So we've seen Harvey Barnes going off for we've seen Harvey Barnes going off for Joe Willock. Kieran Trippier is going on for Tino Livramento, I think. And let's see what's the third change. Let's see what is the third change. Tonali's gone off, I think, and Tonali's gone off, and I think it's Sean Longstaff who'll replace him. So I mean, like the midfield has been reinforced. Kieran Trippier doesn't look particularly pleased, but for me, he was at fault for the City goal, and yeah, I mean, interesting that Joelinton is still on, Bruno still on, both on yellow cards. So that did take a lot of time out. Phil Foden, he's had a good chance. Looks like Joe Willock is playing up top. I mean, like left hand side of the attack. Oh, Tino Livramento, foul. I thought Tino Livramento could attack there, but foul given. And City player is going down. I'm still, you'd say, early season, sixth game of the Premier League campaign, and players, some of them will still be looking to get fitness and Longstaff and Willock, they could conceivably drop back in midfield. They could. Willock looks like he's playing up front, and on the left hand side, good ball by Ederson, but collected. Joe Linton. Oh, maybe there was a chance to play that through ball, and Share Tino Livramento. Oh, Jacob Murphy on the right. Can he? Oh, wide from Longstaff. I mean, wide from Longstaff. I mean, if he had kept it on target. So disappointing. So disappointing. Rico Lewis going off. Jeremy Doku. I mean, I, 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 and Grealish is going off as well. So, so Doku and let's see who else is coming. Savinho. So attack has been refreshed. I mean, Doku and Savinho. I mean, Newcastle will have it tough in the last 20, 10, 12 minutes. In the last, in the previous game at St. James's Park, it was a 92nd, 93rd minute goal. I mean, Bruno, no pace. Gordon. Oh, Gordon does well. Willock. Oh, Kanji again. Good covering by him. Joe Linton. Joe Linton loses the ball. Here's Bernardo Silva and Sean Longstaff. And Haaland has the ball. Joe Linton, poor control. Not sure what he was trying to do there. And here's Guardiola and Man City are now on the attack. All because Joe Linton fucked up. Kyle Walker. Again, Lewis Hall committing forward. That's a foul. Foul given. Lewis Hall did well against. I don't know what is wrong with my damn phone. Against Savinho, but Joe Linton nearly. Let's see if there's another goal in this game. Joe Willock up against Kyle Walker. I mean, ooh, Ederson almost, but a good pass. You have to appreciate the quality of the pass there under pressure. Again, ball lost. I mean, Fabian Schär not sure what he was trying to do, dilling dallying on the ball. I mean, Schär. No needs to be careful. Already on a yellow. Haaland, second half. Foden slightly overhit the free kick. Oh, wide from Kovacic. Wide from Kovacic. Tonali, ice on his left knee. Linton does well, comes back, wins the ball back off Savinho, who's quick. Joe Linton again. Joe Linton is not slow either. There's Tino. Strong. Fabian Schär with the long ball. Joe Willock. Ah, unlucky. Unlucky there, Joe Willock. Joe Linton now down, getting cramps perhaps, and I mean, doesn't require treatment, which is good. 86 minutes played. Good ball. Space to run into for Jacob Murphy. But again, again. I mean, like, it's so poor from Jacob Murphy. I mean, the guy can't cross. The guy can't cross. The guy couldn't cross in the first minute. The guy can't cross in the 88th. I mean, there were numbers over now. City have possession in a dangerous area. Kovacic, Akanji, I mean, loose pass. Jacob Murphy, what an idiot. If we had a half decent right winger now, we would be a good skill. Murphy, play it! Idiot. Joe Linton, all. Let's see how much time is added on. City will be desperate and they will pile pressure on in the time that remains. However little there is or isn't. Again, ball lost. Again, Tino Livramento. Oh, chance for City is Kyle Walker. Gordon. Oh, foul. Foul. That could be a yellow for Kyle Walker. Ruben Diaz actually gets booked. I mean, that was kind of an option which was like last ditch tackle. Lucky Ruben Diaz that there were players covering. Otherwise, let's see. I'm expecting 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 7 minutes added. Anthony Gordon, oh, Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall to take the free kick. Goes wide. Again, straight to Ederson. Throw into Man City deep in their own half. Deep, deep in their own half. Oh, Joe Linton loses the ball. Needs to be careful. Already on a yellow. Here's Haaland. Here goes Doku. Oh, that was a chance. Bernardo Silva, perhaps. And Joe Linton and Jacob Murphy have lost the ball on, numerous occasions. Oh, Pope! Pope! What a save by Nick Pope! What a save by Nick Pope! But Bernardo Silva caught that flush, and Pope with an excellent save. Pope with an excellent save. Foden with a corner, 93rd minute. 5 minutes remaining. Cleared away. Gordon should get to it first. Foul. Foul. Oh, no foul. And that's, looked like a foul to me. Goal kick. Goal kick to Newcastle. 4.5 minutes remaining. Can Newcastle hold on and, stop City? Looks like Osula is coming on. Looks like a time wasting substitution if you ask me. Not sure what happened there. I'm getting nervous with all these noises and all. Erling Haaland. Is it a drop ball or what? Goes back to Pope. And Pope, apart from that one moment in the first half where he nearly gave everything away. I mean, 3 minutes remaining. Kyle Walker with a throw. Is it Kyle Walker? I think it is. I mean, like, I mean, what pass is that? Lewis Hall loses the ball. Not sure what he was doing. Kovacic goes it wide, takes it wide to Savinho. All came from. Oh, Haaland with a header. Oh, straight at Pope. Straight at Pope. 2 minutes remaining. I mean, no pace. All came from that stupid Lewis Hall pass. Time ticking by really slowly. Not sure what happened there. Player is down for Newcastle. I don't think those substitutions have been made. Here's Kovacic. Kovacic. Ruben Diaz. Bernardo Silva. Kyle Walker. Savio. A corner to Man City in the last minute. Corner to Man City in the last minute. This can't be, can it? This can't be, can it? Ruben Diaz is forward. Cleared away the corner for now. No free kick given. Newcastle player was down. Should be Pops, and that should do it. That should do it. That should do it, guys. Uh, Fabian Schär is down. Fabian Schär is down, and I'll leave quickly. I have to prepare for the other game as well between the 3 o'clock games. Let's see how we go there. But 97 minutes have been played. Let's hope Pope can whack it out of St. James's Park, and he brings it out. And like, it's full time, and Newcastle have held on. It's full time, and it's full time. So Newcastle have held on, and as you can read the scores, and teams will be disappointed that they didn't get full points in this game. So guys, I'll take your leave. I'll see you in my next video, which is going to be out there soon. And yeah, so I'll see you in my next video. And so till then, take care. I mean, and yeah, uh, that's uh, that's all I can say. Both teams would think that they could have won this game, but neither team did, and neither team did, and yeah. So let's see what happens in this in the aftermath of this game, and yeah, so we'll see how it goes. And guys, for now, I'll take your leave. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you later. Bye for now.